my dears, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. My name is Emma and I'm so happy you clicked on my What's for Dinner video. I hope you like it. We'll give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. This week's What's for Dinner video, I am going to be making all my meats / proteins in my air fryer. We're going to do steaks tonight, then tomorrow we're going to do some chicken thighs, and then the next day we're going to do some hot dogs, and then salmon will be our last meal in the air fryer this week. So let's start tonight's dinner. For a side dish to these steaks, I'm going to cook up, according to the packaging directions, these cheddar and bacon twice baked potatoes. I have my oven preheating at 350. I place the potatoes on my baking sheet, and into the oven they go to cook for 55 minutes. Now back to the steaks. I'm going to start by preheating my Ninja Foodi at 400 for 10 minutes. Now let's prep these steaks. I had them sitting out on my counter for 10 minutes. After I took them out of the package, I slathered them in olive oil and gave them a good old olive oil massage. For the seasoning, I'm just going to season them on both sides with my favorite steak seasoning, this Lowry seasoning salt. Once my foodie had preheated, I sprayed my air fryer basket with some avocado oil. Then I put my steaks in seasoned side down. Then I seasoned them on this side with the same seasoning salt. And now I'm going to cook them at 400 degrees for 7 minutes. Then when they were done, I flipped them and cooked them at 400 for another 7 minutes. Then when they were done, I just took them out and put them on a plate. Then I added some Kerrygold garlic and herb butter and let it melt over the steaks and let them rest for 5 minutes. And I can't have steak without baked beans, so I cooked some up. And here it is, all served up. We just have some A1 sauce to dip our steaks in, the twice baked potato, and some baked beans. Delicious. I just figured I'd show you a little picture of inside the steaks, cooked to a perfect medium. For tonight's dinner, I'm going to air fry some chicken thighs. I'm going to start by drying off the chicken thighs with a paper towel. Now I'm going to spray them with some oil. Then I'm going to season the chicken thighs on both sides with some of this famous Dave's Rib Rub. Alright, now I'm going to preheat my air fryer at 375 for 5 minutes. It has preheated. Now I'm going to spray my air fryer basket with some avocado oil spray. Now I'm going to put the chicken and skin side up. Now I'm going to air fry them for 20 minutes at 375. The chicken is done. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to pour some of this Sweet Baby Ray's Hickory Brown Sugar Barbecue sauce on. Now I'm going to air fry them on this side, 375 for 3 minutes. Now I'm going to flip them again and put some barbecue sauce on this side. Once the barbecue sauce was on this side, I cooked the chicken thighs at 375 for 6 minutes. Now you could stop here, but I wanted my skin to be a little bit crispier, and it just wasn't as crispy as I wanted it to be. So I ended up turning the temperature up to 400 and cooking it for another 4 minutes. So that was a total of 33 minutes cooking time. Much better. And here it is, all served up. I served it with pasta salad, but the recipe for that will be in an upcoming video. Delicious. For tonight's dinner, I am making air fryer hot dogs. I'm gonna start by preheating my Ninja Foodie air fryer. 375 for 5 minutes. While my air fryer was preheating, I took out 4 of the 8 hot dogs, put them on a plate, then put the other 4 in a Ziploc and put them in the freezer for another meal. Then I took my knife and scored my hot dogs. It just helps them cook more evenly. Then once my air fryer had preheated, I just sprayed the air basket with some avocado oil spray. Then I just laid my 4 hot dogs into my air fryer basket. And then I cooked them at 375 for 4 minutes. And here I'm just gonna make up a little, let's say, barbecue sauce for the hot dogs. I have some Mike's hot honey, some ketchup, some A1 sauce, and some brown sugar. And I'm just gonna mix it all together. I did a teaspoon of everything. Then when my hot dogs had cooked up, I just took them out the air fryer and put them on a plate. Okay, so this is where my meal turned nasty. I'm going to warn you, look away if expired buns makes you feel sick, because I opened the buns and they were expired. I had them in my freezer. I had just gotten them from a Walmart delivery, and as soon as I got them, I just put them in my freezer because I knew I wasn't going to use them right away. The one time I did not check expiration dates. Anyway, so yep, my buns had expired. So I looked in my freezer. I had some croissants. So I ended up just making the most of it and putting the hot dogs in the croissants. But because my croissants were frozen, I ended up air frying them 390 for 4 minutes. Then I flipped them and cooked them at 390 for 2 minutes. So once the croissants had defrosted in my air fryer, I put the hot dog in. I spooned some of that barbecue sauce over the top of them, added some cheddar cheese. Then I air fried them 390 for 3 minutes just until the cheese had melted. And then I had some ketchup, some mustard, and some relish to put over the top of the hot dogs. And we actually really enjoyed our hot dog on a croissant. And I'd probably do it again. Delicious. For tonight's dinner, I have 4 salmon fillets here that we are going to air fry, but we're going to season them first. With some salt, some pepper, some garlic powder, they're seasoned up. Now for the marinade. In my bowl here, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Mike's hot honey, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, then 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and some lemon juice. I used half the lemon in the marinade and the other half on the salmon when I served it up. Now I'm going to put the salmon in here and just let them marinate for 5 minutes. While the salmon is marinating, I'm going to preheat my air fryer for 5 minutes at 390 degrees. While the salmon is marinating and my Ninja Foodi is preheating, I'm gonna cook up my rice. I'm using this organic white rice from Thrive Market. It is fully cooked, so all you do is empty it into a pot, add a little butter or oil, I chose butter, and warm it up. My air fryer has preheated, so now I'm gonna spray a little avocado oil in my air fryer basket. And now I'm going to put my salmon in my air fryer, skin side down. Once the salmon was in the air fryer, I poured the marinade over them. Now I'm going to air fry it at 390 for 9 minutes. While the salmon cooks up, I'm going to prepare our rice bowls. I started by cutting up the cucumber, having some cherry tomatoes, and cutting up an avocado. Now to assemble the rice bowls. To my bowl I added rice, of course, the cherry tomatoes, some cucumber, the delicious air fried salmon. I just squirted a little extra lemon juice on top of the salmon. Now the avocado. I did a little squirt of ginger, some green onion. Then over the top of everything, I poured some yum yum sauce. And lastly, I added some seaweed wrappers. And there it is, all served up. Delicious. And that concludes this week's What's for Dinner video. I hope you guys liked it. We'll give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you on Friday for my Soup of the Week video. Have a fabulous week.